All right, well, we're going to move to a Fox News alert. Right now, all eyes are on the Senate as lawmakers eye a possible test vote this afternoon. That could pave the path to ending the government shutdown.
We shall see. Chad Pergram back on the Hill with all of the details. What can you tell us, Chad?
Good morning, guys. Well, Senate Republicans are aiming for a test vote today on a new plan to end the government shutdown, but the GOP still has not released bill text. And the fight is not about spending levels, it's about Obamacare.
When you lose your health care, you can't get treatment. And when you can't get treatment, you die. And we've got to put that on the table. That is what needs to be negotiated. I say to my Republican friends, do you really want to see 50,000 low-income and working-class Americans die unnecessarily?
Democrats are sticking to their demand that the spending package renew Obamacare credits for a year. Health care premiums are now spiking.
We offered three things. We all vote to reopen the government. We all approve a one-time temporary extension of current ACA premium tax credits. And then after we reopen, we'll negotiate, as Republicans say they want, for longer-term fixes to ACA affordability.
But so far, Republicans will not include that in an interim spending bill. President Trump wants the government to send people money to offset the cost of health insurance. Republicans are using the shutdown to relitigate Obamacare.
It became very evident that people agreed. Instead of giving the insurance companies this money, give it to the individuals and allow them to choose health care that actually fits their need and works for them. They're completely insane when they think they know how to fix health care because it hasn't worked for 10 years, 12 years, and 13 years. It's not going to work next year either.
Now, Republicans hold a conference meeting later this afternoon. The GOP believes it could be in range to coax enough Democrats to break a filibuster and finish the bill. But there's pushback from Democrats. They never got a deal on health care. However, they're facing pressure to end the government shutdown. Guys?
Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Chad.
Thanks, Chad.
Let's bring in Fox News Sunday anchor Shannon Bream. So, Shannon, you've seen a lot of these. You've covered a lot of these. What is your sort of gut? What are the butterflies in your gut telling you about this shutdown? Do we possibly, are we near an end to all of this or not?
Well, it depends on who you listen to on the Hill.
Right.
Some think this is going to go past Thanksgiving. Others say there's no way going into the holiday season. Folks are going to want to have this wrapped up. Remember the 2018-2019 shutdown? It was really the pressure on the air travel system that seemed to crank up the solution and getting people to the table to actually get something done. It really does sound like what Chad was just reporting on there. These bipartisan talks that have been happening in the Senate, they're actually feeling sort of more substantive today. Whether they get to something, you guys know the Senate rarely works through the weekend. Hard to keep them here in D.C., but they're here, and, you know, the travel for them coming and going is not going to be easy. They may want to stay here and figure it out.
Well, I think, you know, as we move into Thanksgiving, the thought of going through Thanksgiving all the way past it with these travel nightmares that people are already facing, and that with every week that goes by, there's going to be more and more planes grounded. I just don't think it's politically tenable, but we shall see. What I do love, Shannon, is this relitigation of Obamacare. Nobody really loves it. And I think everybody's kind of realizing, oh, I didn't realize it was living on subsidies, that it really wasn't as affordable as people thought. And the idea that Senator Mark Wayne McMullen put forward is a really good one, or that he reiterated from the president. The president said, give the money back to the people. And then he just tweeted out right now, we should put that up. He said, Obamacare sucks, essentially, is what he just, Obamacare sucks, the worst health care for the highest price. So maybe, do you think that the American people are interested in re-looking at Obamacare, stop assuming that it's the best thing possible, and maybe finding some alternative to it?
Yeah, Rachel, you make such good points. It's interesting that there are Democrats and Republicans now talking about, oh, the system is broken, it is not working, after Obamacare was supposed to resolve the issues of affordability and access and all of those things. But this spotlight has reminded people how much taxpayers are underwriting this program. Right. Even if the subsidies that are set to expire December 31st went away. One analysis by the Kaiser Family Foundation, which tracks all this health care stuff, showed that still 78% of the average insurance premium would be paid, would be covered, would be subsidized by taxpayers. I don't think any of us realized that, you know, we're in the 80% range for underwriting this stuff. And it does raise questions about the insurance companies, Democrats and Republicans alike, think there's time for reform here, but not probably in the next 2 weeks. But they're going to have a conversation because now people are more well aware of exactly what's been going on.
Yeah, and so, Shannon, you are, in addition to Fox News Sunday anchor, our go-to person on all things Supreme Court. So I want to get your reaction to the High Court weighing in on and giving the administration that injunction on the full SNAP benefit payments. Yesterday, we had Ag Secretary Brooke Rollins on here responding to the Supreme Court's SNAP decision. Listen to this.
The Constitution, basically, the executive branch takes the money from from Congress, from the legislative branch. This goes back to the very beginning. We just can't create money out of the sky. That's not how the United States work. It's interesting, the No Kings rally, right, where they said, we don't want a king in America, except now they want a king that can create money out of the sky, the clear blue sky. And so a very leftist judge in Rhode Island said, oh, go create the money, everybody, go find it. And then the First Circuit basically agreed with that. But last night, y'all, Judge Ketanji Brown, no great friend of, free market and constitutional government, said, no, we need to stay this for 48 hours. The First Circuit needs to take another good look at this, that this probably is not constitutional. You can't just create money to fund a program that Congress refuses to fund.
She has a point, Shannon.
Yeah, so this order that came from Justice Jackson basically said, we're putting this thing on hold. That's correct. They're waiting for that lower court, the First Circuit, to make some kind of decision. I suspect if the administration gets a loss there on the merits or a more full discussion of that, they're going to come right back to the Supreme Court for another emergency injunction. But what this order from Justice Jackson said Friday night is, yeah, while this thing is being litigated and figured out, at least for now, the Trump administration doesn't have to pay out what they said was going to be $4 billion by Friday night. They had to find it. So we will see what that lower court decides and how quickly this ends up right back at the Supreme Court. But for now, the administration is not legally under force to find all that money and pay it out immediately.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.